Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you everything I ate for lunch for an entire week. All right, if you're new here, I'm Claire. My channel is all about mom stuff, lady stuff, and life stuff. So definitely hit that subscribe button down below because I'd love to have you. And one of my subscribers actually left me a comment that they would love some more lunch idea videos because I do a lot of food on this channel. So I decided to just film everything I ate for lunch for 7 days. There are no repeats in there because probably like you, I get in a rut where I eat the same thing all the time. So hopefully this video will give you some ideas on how to switch it up. My go-to was always a baked potato. But I only ate one baked potato this week just so that I could really change it up and give you guys some ideas. Now, of course, if you don't already know this, I don't eat meat, so you're not gonna find any real meaty dishes in here, but all of them are really open to add your own sort of flair to it. If you do eat meat, you can definitely throw some meat in there here and there, but hopefully you like these ideas, and yeah, let's get going. All right, so Monday is actually a work day for me. So I am packing my lunch today. I'm going to bring an oatmeal pouch, a banana, and some of these roasted chickpea snacks. I got all this stuff at Aldi. I really love these protein oatmeal pouches. They have a couple different varieties. This one is the banana walnut, and it's really easy for me to pack. And also those chickpeas are a new thing I saw at Aldi. These are a barbecue version. So actually, I'm a dog groomer, and at my job, you don't get a lunch hour. You just kind of have to squeeze eating in throughout your day. So while my oatmeal was in the microwave, I just ate my banana real quick, and I actually had just a few spare minutes while working on this little guy to eat my oatmeal real quick. And the chickpeas, I just snack on kind of throughout the day. All right, so Tuesday is a home day for me, and today I'm making a flatbread with some of this naan from Aldi. I love getting these flatbreads because you can really do anything with them, whatever you have laying around. Today I'm gonna spread a little bit of this garlic and herb goat cheese. I love goat cheese because there is so much flavor in such a small amount of cheese. It's a pretty strong cheese, so I really like that, and it's really a good deal at Aldi. I also have this yellow bell pepper I'm trying to use up, so I'm just gonna cut it up into little bits and put it on top of my flatbread. And then I'm actually gonna just toss that under my broiler for like 5 minutes just so that it gets a little crispy. I'm also going to be having some soup. This is the Fall Harvest Vegetable Soup. It's from the like German line at Aldi. It's pretty good. I don't know if I'll get it again. This is the first time I tried it. I expected it to be like a little more beany. Like I thought there'd be more beans in it. So, because I gotta work on getting all my protein in. But here I'm using my amazing soup and salad or sandwich plate that I got at Aldi. I use this anytime I'm having soup. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of salsa on top of my flatbread. I really like a cool, like from the fridge salsa on top of something warm. I don't know, if that's super weird, tell me, but it's a thing I do. So I'm just gonna have my little flatbread and my soup, and this was actually a pretty filling lunch. All right, moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday is also a work day for me. So I started by packing my lunch in the morning with a peanut butter and banana sandwich. A lot of times I'll do peanut butter and bananas for breakfast as well, but I decided to do it for lunch today. I'm also going to be packing those same chickpeas again because they are so delicious, you guys. And also I'm bringing with me an apple. But of course, when I got to work, I realized that we were celebrating all the February birthdays, and that means mine. So we got some great Mediterranean food. I got a spinach pie, some rice, some lentils, some hummus, basically all my favorite things. It's like a vegetarian's dream. So that's what I ended up actually eating for lunch. But what I packed is more normally what I eat, and I just ate that later in the day instead. All right, moving on to Thursday, I'm going to have one of these veggie burgers. This is an Aldi brand one. I really, really love them, and they're one of my go-to sort of lunch foods because they're so easy, and it sort of satisfies that like meaty craving that I get sometimes. I am using this dairy-free cheese slices. These aren't from Aldi, but I would really, really love it if Aldi did make a dairy-free cheese. They do have some shreds that I like, but they don't have slices. I am going to pair this with some pretzels. I find that pretzels are a great substitution for French fries because they're salty and crispy. And I'm also going to have a banana and a big old glass of ice water. All right, for Friday, I'm doing like a total budget meal, but even though it is a budget meal, it's quite delicious. I'm using a can of mild chili beans from Aldi, as well as a pouch of ready-to-serve rice. I'm only gonna use half the pouch. Now, I do realize that this is chicken flavor, and I don't eat meat, and I accidentally bought the chicken flavor. I read the back, it does contain chicken broth. But I decided I would rather not waste the $1 and I'm going to eat it. So it's really easy. You just microwave it for like 1.5 minutes. So I'm just going to throw my beans on top of this and microwave it for like 2 minutes total. You can really add other things to this too. If you're a meat eater, throw some bacon in there or any kind of seasoning to kind of brighten it up a bit. I'm throwing some onion powder on it. I really just felt like I could not be bothered to try harder than this, and we all have days like that, so it's nice to have recipes like this just in your back pocket when you like just cannot cut up an onion and saute it. I'm also having just a little fruit salad to go along with it. All of these things are really just like simple basic flavors, but I find are very like comforting and satisfying. I always feel really full after a big bowl of beans and rice. All right, it's baked potato time, and I just think this is the easiest thing ever. You just take a potato, you poke it a few times, and you microwave it for 7 minutes, flipping it once in between. And I like to get creative with my toppings. Today I am doing some sauteed mushrooms. Mushrooms are one of my favorite foods. I'm also going to throw a big old tablespoon of minced garlic in there. Seriously, you can't even tell me that a potato in the oven is any different than this. And because I still have some of these beans left over in that can, and I'm not one to waste anything, I'm gonna go ahead and throw some of those chili beans on there too. Now the boys are having this really cute little heart pasta for lunch today, and I made like a little bit too much, so I'm going to throw one of these slices of dairy-free cheese in there. It doesn't melt as well as regular cheese, but it's a pretty good like alternative to make a little bit of like mac. So I'm just going to throw mushrooms on top of that potato and have my little side of mac. And this was like an incredibly filling lunch and definitely kind of ticked that comfort food box for me to have some of that like cheesy pasta. All right, and Sunday is our grand finale. I'm actually gonna make my own vegetable broth today. I save all of my veggie scraps in the freezer, and when the bag gets full, I make broth with it. I just added a fresh onion and a big scoop of garlic and some rosemary, and I just let this simmer all morning. It was like 5 hours it simmered in there. And then I just strain it, and then I have this fabulous, fresh, hearty broth. I'm gonna go ahead and start my soup now. I'm just going to saute an onion and some garlic in a little bit of olive oil. Then I'm going to add all of my broth. To this, I'm going to add a scoop of tomato paste and the rest of this pepper, because you guys know I don't like wasting anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that whole pepper inside of there too. I also am going to add this can of carrots And this is definitely like a soup. I'm not following any type of recipe. I just kind of see what I've got in the fridge, things I need to use up. I thought some corn sounded pretty good in there, so I threw some of that in as well. I find that most of my most delicious soups are just things I've sort of come up with on the spot. I mean, there really isn't a veggie that's like terrible in a soup. In the way of spices, I'm gonna go with cumin and curry powder. But that's just because that's what I was feeling that day. It was a really cold day, so I thought we'd spice it up just a little bit. And of course, salt and pepper. I'm also going to add some red lentils in there because I needed to add a little bit of protein. And then I'm going to make a sandwich to have with this soup, and I'm gonna make actually a meatball sandwich, and these are meatless meatballs from Aldi. I'm also going to just throw a little sauce in there too. I'm not gonna use any cheese. Just the meat today, and actually this was super good. I'd never tried dipping my bread in the sauce like that before, and that worked really well. And of course, the real star of the show is this amazing plate from Aldi that I just cannot get enough of. I also like making a soup on a Sunday because not only am I gonna have this for lunch today, but I also had it for dinner, and I also took it to work with me on Monday, and I had it for lunch there as well. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some ideas. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know which of these lunches looks the most delicious to you. And of course, come back for more mom stuff, lady stuff, and life stuff. I post new videos every Wednesday and every Sunday, and I would love to have you. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!